Atiku had been contesting the presidency since 1992, non-stop, Donald Duke. While discussing Nigeria's politics and the 2023 election, the former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, stated that the former vice president and candidate of the APC, Atiku Abubakar, had spent years in pursuit of his presidential election. The former governor noted that there appears to be no election since 1992 in which Atiku Abubakar did not participate when he ran against MK Abiola and then, in 1999 as governor and then as vice president, and in 2003 he chose a forum which led to the crisis between him and Obasanjo. He also noted that in 2007, Atiku Abubakar ran on the AD platform, ran again in 2011 after rejoining the PDP, and ran again in 2019 against Buhari and is now also running. He noted that that a time comes in a man's life where he would say it is enough and let me be a kingmaker rather than a king, because when you keep doing something almost every day and it's not happening, why not leave it and forget about the Abraham Lincoln story, whom they said ran several times before getting it, because he only ran 2 times. He, however, noted that with the present state of Nigeria, the country needs people who are formidable and leaders that can make things right. And of course, there's a mistake at the beginning. Actually, there's no mistake. He was part of the APC, Atiku himself. Well, the problem now is, why would Atiku be your president? Why? I mean, yes, he's run several times. The fact that he has not won once is a big red flag. I mean, maybe Nigerians would use the term village people as what is always stopping him, because be it president or vice president, he has just been winning. And I guess you can also use the term desperation for the office, which should be a red flag for any person. Well, I think should be a red flag, because, if you are not president or vice president, then what will you do your political career? Because from the beginning, it seems like that is a position that you are heading for, and so it is safe to say with the amount of times you've, competed or ran for office, everything that you would have done would not be genuine, but everything that you have done would be to get to that aim. And it seems like you are still willing and desperate to get there, and you're doing whatever it takes to get there, which makes it a red flag, because what do you want to find? The people, which is a crucial and should be the, overwhelming factor for your candidacy, does not seem to exist. There is no care or passion for the people, and you have not expressed that. And if, for example, that is the reason or the cause for you running all over these years, at some point maybe you could have won. But then now it is different, because you can see that engagement for Nigerians in politics is higher than ever. But the fact is, the desperation to want to get to that position makes you a suspect. Why? What do you want to go find there? And now you're competing against Tinubu, who also believes that it is his turn. So APC, PDP, you can call them one and the same, but really what both parties show is desperation. Whoever wins, at least we can say that both parties have had the taste of the power. So what else do you want? Because really, they could ignore all other parties again and use the strategy that they've used and just make it a competition about them two, APC and PDP. But it is a very, very big, shining, waving red flag, given the amount of times this man has run for office. I mean, how desperate are you? What are you looking for? If you're just not the favorite of the people, you're not. And I think you've just got to give way. I mean, what more can you do? You're just not. The office doesn't like you at this point. If you can actually say that. To Nigerians, that greediness must be the head. He's a thief. Atiku is a serial loser. It is good that he is here to lose again. This time around to Tinubu. Well, it's like whether it gets Tinubu or Atiku, we should all be panicking anyway, because I don't think one is better than the other. I don't know what the difference is between the both of them. I don't know why you would choose one over the other. Why you'd still want APC and PDP after all these years is already a red flag. And if you don't have a good way to justify it, then you're not worth listening to at this point, because really you have to look at the party and its candidates, and they're together and they're the same. You can't say, you know what, I like the party, but I don't like the candidate. Or I like the candidate, but it's just the party. Pick, because the party and the candidate go hand in hand. And if you're voting for the party, you're voting for its candidate. If you're voting for the candidate, you're voting for the party. So, at the end of the day, this man has lost so many times, and his desperation is just getting very embarrassing, to be very honest, because it seems like the office is actually running away from him. But for Nigerians who want to be sure that they get the right person in office, if you're looking for Atiku, or you're looking to Atiku to be the one for you, well, I don't know what to say about that. Everyone has a right to who they want to vote for, except you don't really think that Nigeria has had enough, or Nigeria has been, in such a bad position enough, then maybe you think Nigeria still has the capacity to go down even further. Well, vote. When a man becomes desperate in pursuit of anything, the real motivational forces in the pursuit is greediness. Yep. Over greediness and personal vendetta is the forces behind Atiku's drive for Nigeria's presidency, and is this the kind of individual that you would want? Again, he can have character flaws, which obviously are red flags anyway, and his history in the political office and the political space. But one other major thing is entitlement, greed, and desperation, which would all drive their motivation. And I'm literally talking about APC and PDP candidates. In this case, the desperation is from the fact that he's contested so many times and he's lost. And with the APC, there's an entitlement to think that, or the individual believes that it is his turn. So, what do you do, or what do you say about that? There is really nothing that you can. So, if these are the individuals showing you who they are, and you're still willing to vote, then that shows a very big problem. And until we look at the way we think as a society, we've got to be unanimous in the fact that we want this country to change, and we will go for the right person to do it. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.